What it is, y'all, it's your old boy Pilkin. I'm coming back today with a Danmemo news video. I did not think I would ever say that again, but check this out. Okay, so I know the US server's closing, guys. That there's no question about that, but it really strikes me as interesting that the JP servers continue on. Now, I gave this a lot of thought, right? First of all, before I get into that, worth noting, we are getting over on JP Hero Festa Wealth and Hero Festa Haruhime. How crazy is that? How absolutely nuts is that? So these units are dropping over on the JP server. They'll be here tomorrow evening. So crazy, right? This is nuts to even be talking about when we're less than 24 hours out of the US version of the game closing doors. Now, by the way, guys, I do want to mention we will be live streaming tomorrow. US version of the game, we will be live streaming literally up to the end of the game. We will be live streaming until this server closes its doors. We will be there. In fact, I may even farm up some currency and do some JP summons. I haven't decided on that yet, but that's a distinct possibility. Now, this leads me down an interesting path here. And I know a lot of you guys are asking about the archive. I will get to that here in a moment, but let me first ask this question. Do you guys, I know the US version of the server is closing, but sound off in the comments. Do you want to continue seeing unit information? Do you want to continue seeing summons? Do you want to continue seeing content on the JP version of the game, even though the US server is closed? Because I will gladly do that for you guys. I love this game, and I want to continue on with this game. A lot of you guys are going to ask, though, in the comments, and let me just go ahead and mention this. A lot of you guys are going to ask, why is the JP version continuing on when the US version is closed? Well, it's kind of twofold answer. Now, I've given this a lot of thought. Number one, there's no question that the franchise is significantly more popular in Japan than it is anywhere else in the world. Number two, consider for a moment that the US servers have now been open for almost 6 years. We have had the US servers for 2 months shy of 6 years. If you really think about it, if you know anything about business, more than likely what they did is they've had these servers open since March 1st, most likely March 1st of 2018. Okay? What that means is that they spent 2 months doing the beta testing, making sure everything was copacetic, getting set up, because it's not like they turn on the servers and the game's going, right? They have to do some beta testing. So most likely they had done all the tests and everything like that, bulletproof the servers, and then, end of March, beginning of April, games online, right? So let's say 2 months. It would have been 1 month. It would have been a solid month of testing and ensuring that everything's good to go. Because it was right at the end of March, I want to say, that the game kicked off. Maybe the very beginning of April. So it kind of makes sense. Likely what's happened here is Omori's already said that there's no more story to tell, right? As far as the games goes, there's no more story to tell. What that means, I know they're not done with Sword Oratory, they're not done with the franchise, they're not done with the light novels, but the game is caught up with the anime, and the game is caught up with the Sword Oratory and light novels, which are kind of at about similar pace, similar place in the franchise timeline. So it doesn't make sense to let the game get ahead of the anime. It really doesn't right now. They want to keep the game at the same pace. And now that they have another gacha, it looks like the other gacha may have faltered. I'll drop a video on that here. That video is well overdue. Someone gave me some information on that. It looks like Donkro might be the one gacha we have, at least for the time being. That might change depending on how popular the next season is. But essentially, more than likely, what's happened here is they've just gotten to the end of the story, and this is the end of the contract that they have for those servers. And while JP is going to continue on, remember, JP is probably going to continue basically to the point at which they get to their anniversary. and then that will probably be the end of it, right? They'll probably get to like May or June and then just shutter, just kind of like they did with us. I just don't see them going much further. There's no real anniversary story to tell, and we've already had all the reruns. Unless they just do more reruns to try to milk it to, to the end of the year. But I don't think so. They're more than likely just going to go to that last date when they're contracted to have the servers open. It doesn't make sense to go much further than that. It doesn't make business sense to pay a month-by-month fee to keep servers open for 3-4 months for what they would normally. I mean, it's going to come out to be about the same that they would pay for a year's servers. So if they're done with the story, if they're done with all that, it looks like they're just going to develop enough to keep the JP server alive for. I'm going to gather. I'm estimating here. I don't have any insider information. This is me speculating. I'm going to give it another 3 months is about what I'm thinking. 3.5 months. And at that point, you'll probably see the JP server do the same thing. They'll probably announce the end date here really soon. I've already seen a roadmap into April, but I haven't seen much beyond that. So we'll cover as much of this as we can. We'll continue enjoying it. Now, a lot of you guys are going to ask about the archive project. I'm in a mad dash to get as much recorded as possible. Okay. I was going to drop some tonight, but I can't quite get it to the state that I want it to make it look as nice as it should look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue recording, and then probably tomorrow after the big live stream to the end of the world, I will start editing stuff up, getting it pretty, and getting it out there. Some of the stuff that I've dropped, I'm going to re-edit and make it look a little bit nicer. Some people have given me big shout out to everyone that's helped me out, by the way. Gail, another YouTuber, has helped me out massively. Those of you guys in the Discord, there's several people that have given me a lot of help on this, and I would not have done this without you guys. So I cannot thank you enough for your help on this, guys. It has been an immense undertaking, and I literally could not do it without the help you guys have given me and the support you guys have given me. Big shouts out to everyone in the Discord for all their support over the years. But we're not done, guys. I'm going to guess about 2 weeks worth of just content that I'm going to have to edit up and start throwing out there. If I re-edit a few things, I do apologize. But everything's going to be about having a nice, beautifully polished product. So at the end of all of this, it doesn't look like we just recorded stuff and rushed it. I want this to look good. I want this to be on YouTube permanently for us to go back and watch and enjoy. In fact, we might do some reactions and stuff to stories that maybe we never did on stream. Because there's quite a few stories we never really did on stream. I never really put a lot of stock into you guys wanting to see my reaction to that. So maybe we'll go back and we'll revisit a few things. We'll talk about light novels. We'll talk about, obviously we got Don Crow, the new game. There's so much more to go. And right now I'm just at a state where I've got to continue recording, and I've got to then spend some quality time getting things edited and spit shined and polished for you guys. Because I don't want to just... I don't want this to be just thrown out there. I want this to be the best product that we can produce. So, anyway, that's my second to last archive update. So yesterday was my second to last archive update. This is my final archive update. Tomorrow we will be streaming. I'll announce the stream start in Discord and on Twitter. It'll probably be mid-afternoon. I just got to see. It all depends upon how quickly I get things done, because I've got a lot to still record tonight. But tomorrow we are going to stream until the end of the server. I'm going to call it Stream to the End of the World, because it is just basically the end of the world to us. Hope to see you guys there. It's going to be a ton of fun. I know it's a somber occasion, but we still have the JP version, and it will always be on this channel forever, and there's nothing they can do about that. So, even if they shut the channel down, I have all these in hard copies. I've got a literal hard drive dedicated just to this. So, no matter what, if they shut me down here, I have it in the Discord. So, it ain't going nowhere, guys. This game is here to stay. I haven't put this much time and effort into something like this just to watch it fizzle. So, Like, comment, share, all that good stuff. I'll be back tomorrow with the live stream. We've got so much more coming story-wise. Got a lot of work ahead of me, and I'm actually really looking forward to it. So stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't. We're not done. We've got so much more coming up. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the live stream to the end of the world. Or end of our world. I'm going to call it that. Live stream to the end of the world. God, that's a morbid thought.